Hi, and for our final New Year's 2016 video, I guess we're doing a 7.6239 thing today. It was kind of an ad hoc trip. We just grabbed what we could grab and headed out. We had a couple of free hours before we had plans this evening. We've got an Egyptian Rasheed, or Rasheed. I've seen it spelled and pronounced both ways. And this is a really interesting gun, and as with the Mahdi, we'll have more detail about the history of these in our upcoming Egyptian video. But yeah, we just brought it out today. We both agree it's a really nice gun. It shoots real well. A lot of people will kind of mistake this for an SKS, but it's not. It has, some pretty interesting features, and it's really something all of its own. We've got a 20.5-inch barrel. It is threaded. And I was curious what the thread pattern was. It is actually 14x1 left hand, so AK devices will fit. The threads are longer on this than a standard AK, but other than that, it is the same thread pitch, which I guess if you're a suppressor person, wouldn't be a bad thing. We have an SKS style bayonet lug and mount. Now, since this is based on the Swedish Lungman, well, it's based on the Hakim, which is based on the Swedish Lungman. It is a direct impingement gas system. It just has a tube running over the barrel like an AR-15. And it is adjustable. There's a notch right here. You can adjust the gas flow, which is handy to have. And then we have a similar bolt to the Lungman and Hakim. But thankfully they got rid of the odd charging system where you pull back, and now we just have a standard. And this is a non-reciprocating charging handle, but it is very clearly patterned off the SKS. Let me hold this down here and let it go forward. You can still ride the dust cover forward, but it doesn't do anything. You just do that for disassembly. We have a 10-round mag. It can be detached, but these are meant to be fed from stripper clips, and we've had perfectly good luck using SKS stripper clips. So I assume that's what it was meant to be used, or at least something very similar. Got a full-length stock here, and a kind of flat steel butt pad. Pretty conventional rifle, relatively light, not too big. They did not make many of these. I think they began in around 1960, 1961, and they only produced about 8,000. What happened is they started to make the AK, the AKM, the Mahdi, and so they didn't really need these. A lot of these ended up going to Egyptian police, but some were used by the military. And they're perfectly reliable, good guns. Again, they use the direct impingement system for all that's worth. It does make it a little lighter up here, and the adjustable gas is nice. The only thing we noticed is it does blow a little bit of gas into your face when the bolt comes back on cycling, just because your tube is right here. But it wasn't unpleasant. It was noticeable without really being unpleasant. But yeah, the Egyptian Rasheed. This one actually has a really nice trigger too. And the safety's up here, which is quite convenient. That's safety gone, safety off. And it disassembles very easily too. You just push this forward, and this block, when you put it in the center, pulls up, and it just disassembles. Very simple inside. It has a tipping bolt, a tilting bolt like an SKS. And again, it's based on the Lumen, so that's all pretty much the same. Again, we're just out here enjoying a nice day in the mid-50s, sunny, and bringing out the guns we've been wanting to shoot. If you have any questions, please post them below. We really appreciate you tuning in. Happy New Year.